Hey everyone, I just read The Black Dahlia by James Ellroy, and the man might be the biggest cringe lord in real life, but he can tell a good story. I've had these books on my shelf for years, and I figured since someone asked me to read a mystery series like 6 months ago, I'd finally give them a look. A one for you, one for me kind of deal. It's a book about a pair of very damaged detectives investigating the gruesome murder of a young woman in post-World War II Los Angeles. The pros? The characters just scream off the page, especially the two lead detectives, but also Los Angeles itself. You really get a feel for what the city was like through the people that inhabit it. There isn't a word of filler in this book. Everything written on the page is important to the plot in some way, even if it isn't obvious at first. It was very well done. And it's a very raw book. It's a story about bad people doing bad things to stop other bad people doing even worse things. It doesn't glorify its characters or its setting, but it makes no apologies for them either, and I really enjoyed that aspect of the book. The cons? Unfortunately, with that rawness comes a lot of period-accurate racism and sexism and homophobia. Even the protagonist, who seems indifferent at worst to the minorities he encounters, is not above using slurs to describe them, and it can be off-putting at times. This story is actually inspired by a real-life unsolved murder. Elizabeth Short was a real person whose death remains unresolved to this day, and given the book goes out of its way to make up a lot of details regarding her life and the circumstances of her death, it comes off as a little exploitative to me. And this book is allergic to narrative convention. About 100 pages go by before the murder even happens. The focus prior to that is entirely on the two leads, and while all these elements do come together really well later on, like I said in the prose, the plot does feel like it's meandering a lot of the time. To say nothing of how it doesn't really end, it just sort of stops. I really want to love this book because I did really enjoy it, but the fact that it is based on real events just leaves a sour aftertaste in my mouth. If you're looking for a classic of hard-boiled detective fiction or enjoyed things like LA Noire, you'll probably find something to like here, especially since the book does not have Ellroy's signature staccato prose. It's written with a very conventional first-person narrator. Just keep in mind that it doesn't pull its punches in terms of period-accurate discrimination, and I'm giving The Black Dahlia a high B. What did you think of the book? Let me know down in the comments. And while you're there, why not leave a suggestion for what I should read next? I promise I'll get to it eventually. If you liked the review and want to see more, please like, subscribe, and share the video around. I'd really appreciate it. Thanks for watching.